Good motherfucking morning and welcome to Club Kottontale. I'm Amber motherfucking Lewis, and this is going to be some calisthenics with Kottontale. So if you're brand new to my channel, hi, it's very moist to meet you. I'm a random content creator here on YouTube, so what that means is that there is truly no rhyme or reason to what I produce or when I produce or how I produce it. But that being said, we do have somewhat of a schedule. Tuesdays through Saturdays, starting between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, currently 8:17. Starting between those times, my daughter goes down for her nap and I get my fitness on. I do yoga, stretching, cardio, whatever I feel like doing. Right now, a huge thing that I do for my cardio is just dance. It's perfect. It's always changing, but it's always working and it's phenomenal. So I told myself that, hey, I want to do this fitness journey similar to what I did in 2007, but I want to share it in Club Kottontale. So I, decided to bringeth back Calisthenics with Kottontale a little bit sooner than I had originally anticipated, but everything happens for a reason, so it's very beautiful. Also, I want to say thank you so much. I had voiced the fact that I had hoped to get to 900 VIPs because we had our third birthday, but in my head I was thinking if I could just get to 890, that would be super cool, and we did in fact do that. It's actually 892 I think it was, but I just want to say thank you to all of the new VIP Club Kottontalers. I will totally understand if you do leave the VIP section at some point because my content is random and too moist for some people. But I like to start all Club Kottontale meetings the same, and that's with hearts and Kottontale kisses. And I want you to know that you can live your life moist as well. All you have to do is be 100% yourself, regardless of what some motherfucker thinks of you. Simply love yourself and be loved. No shame at all. Alright, so usually we do a few things at the beginning of Calisthenics with Kottontale. One, we're sitting chatting because once we start getting our fitness in, we are not going to be able to talk necessarily. But I did go ahead and already put my Dragon Balm. This is a deep tissue relief. It is a nano-emulsified cannabinoids. It has THC and CBD and some CBN, and it's absolutely wonderful for my knees. My knees have been feeling rough, so I definitely have some of that. Wow, did not get any notification, but I def had a tingle in my taint. And I had to see if you were streaming. My taint is tingling, that's amazing. Thank you for popping in, honey. I love you too. Enjoy the rest of your work shift. So, I have my Fitbit, which I'm actually going to take off right now just because I'm a very warm person. I pretty much sweat 24/7. No shame at all. That is who I am. But that being said, like, my wrist is already sweaty, so since we're not at the moment up and dancing, I'm going to wait to put on my Fitbit until we are in the dance portion. Ooh, it's 8:20. Cheers to everyone that is 420 right now for. And that goes for anyone that it's 4:20 in the afternoon or 4:20 in the morning. I definitely could see, like, on the other side of the world, it being 4 a.m. somewhere, And then I know that over the pond, fucking over the Atlantic Ocean, there's a time zone that is where it's 4:20 right now, because basically you count, you go 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, I can't put it in my hand, but that's 8 hours ahead of me. So the UK has, I'm not exactly how many sure time zones, but I know they have one that's 8 hours ahead, 9 hours ahead, and 10 hours ahead. So 8, 9, and 10 hours ahead, so whenever 4:20 is that far away from us, we know that we are toking 4:20 with our little fluffy cottontails in the UK. And not just the UK, there's also Scotland and France, It's just, I feel like, for the most part, England is probably like one of the more known time zones. I don't know, just my personal experience, I find that like the most talked about is the United States, and then England, and then Australia, and then it kind of trickles into some other ones. All right. Uh, I was just finishing grinding up some herb that I had started grinding before the meeting, because Universe, Junior, and Body Willing, we start and finish Calisthenics with Kottontale the same fucking way, and that's with sitting and chatting and toking. The sitting and chatting would happen because, you know, since I am going to be very active once I stand up, I want to give a portion to be able to chat with anyone that's tuning incognitally or lurking in the live meeting, or maybe you're watching it as posted content, you know, I don't know, but I like to interact with all. That's a huge reason why I started doing YouTube, you know, 3 years ago, is to help myself mentally and to help my social anxiety first and foremost. Like, I have a lot of different mental things, but social anxiety affects me so intensely in the real world, so I like to use the internet to help that. And the only way to help the social anxiety is by being sociable. Isn't that it's like catch-22, man. Fucking bullshit sometimes. But anyways, so I have bunny rabbit bitches. They like to give love and kisses, but every so often I will have those bunny rabbit bitches blow out some smoke, letting you know that this bunny rabbit bitch, Amber motherfucking Lewis, is about to toke. So cheers to anyone that's toking with me. After I finish this bowl, we are going to be standing up and getting into the songs. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I myself and any other Club Kottontale members choose my songs. So if it's just me, myself, and I, hopefully I'm not super indecisive and I actually choose the songs. If someone happens to be here not lurking or tuning in incognitally, you'd have to type it or send it at me on Snap. I have a lot of lurking Kottontales that just, they're being moist by not talking in chat. It gives them too much anxiety or whatever it is for them. You know what I mean? Everyone has their personal reasons. So sometimes when I choose a song, it will be one that comes from there. It's only been like once or twice, and I don't even think I verbalized it because they straight up said, I want this song, but please don't say anything. So I didn't. They know I played the song, right? That's all that matters. I think because I am such a random motherfucker and I am so moist, I am so 100% myself, I think that it's kind of difficult for some people to understand the content I produce. And then the people who do understand it, they're so introverted that, you know, for the most part, they don't really type in chat, and if they do, it's just that one time, and then they type other places. Also, so you can flip the camera so to where it mirrors or to where it shows you exactly what is in real life, and so it's weird for me. Like, I had flipped it the other day for a makeup meeting that we were doing, and our third birthday, because I wanted the number 3 to be shown to you guys properly. So right now the way it's set up is like if I was to show you something, you'd actually be able to read it. And I think I'm going to keep it that way. It kind of weirds me out, but I live for the fact that I can put this up here and you can actually read that says Dragon Balm Deep Tissue Relief. You might not be able to read that small print up top, but that says, you know, nano emulsified cannabinoids. We have the beautiful pot leaf, and my TV's really bright so you can't really tell, but it says 21 plus, because all products purchased in a dispensary in a legal state are meant for individuals who are over the age of 21. There is lots of individuals under the age of 21 who use medical marijuana, but that's different. You go to a doctor and they prescribe it to you, and then you go to another separate entity. So know the difference between medical and recreational marijuana, and know the difference between someone who buys it recreationally and uses it medically, because there's a lot of us that are like that, because it's just scary. The world is fucking scary, man, for everyone. And those of us who suffer a bit more than the average Kottontale, life is rough. Life is moist, but life is rough. So my bolio is almost gone-yo. Alright, I had to respond to a message real quick. Otherwise, that would have annoyed me. It's sitting there. Does that annoy anyone else when you have a notification and it's like, you know it's there, so it like fucks with you the whole fucking time? That's how I get. Alright. So it is almost 8:30 a.m. My bowl is about halfway gone, so I like to tell people, you know, hashtag be your own muse. Use other things in the world to inspire you, but you yourself should be inspiring to be that person that you always want to be. You know what I mean? Essentially, you see a person and you're like, ooh, I'm going to use that person as my muse. And do that, you know what I mean? To each their own. But for me, I used to be like that, but then I was like, you know what? No, I want to be that muse. I want to be that person. You know, so that's how I live my life. I'm my own muse. I get the inspiration and I put it in my own life, and actively, whenever there's something I want to evolve, or, you know, people like to say change, whenever there's something that I need to evolve in my life, I do it for my damn self. And, you know, it's going to be more difficult sometimes, and other times it's going to be really easy. But as long as you stick to being mindful, and a huge part is truly doing stuff that you want to. I think a lot of people, they look at this person and they want them to be their muse, but it's an unattainable muse. You know what I mean? Like, striving to be a different body type than you are. That's not obtainable unless you save money for plastic surgery and then find the doctor to do it, which go about, you know, if that's the life for you, that's the life for you. But when it comes down to it, if you don't want to pay to physically change yourself, you have to physically do it yourself, or mentally, you know, you go to therapy or be mindful and do all these different things. I'm telling you right now, you do not just wake up one day and all of a sudden have evolved into this new person. You do, however, wake up with the thought that you want to evolve. It always starts with just one thought, one day, and then you have to continue it. And, you know, those days where you're feeling a little bit down, you know, I'm not saying don't feel down on yourself, but be more mindful that day, because on the days where you're feeling more down is the days that you need it the most. And those are just facts. Especially with Kalisthenics, with Kottontale, I do hope that, you know, the little fluffy Kottontales that enjoy this content and want to chat with me, hopefully you're, you know, able to tune in at the beginning or at least the end, but definitely the beginning, because the end isn't always guaranteed. You know, Junior's down for her nap, but at any moment, that nap could be over. She has been doing a sleep cry around an hour, where it lasts for about 5 minutes, but she goes back to sleep. So I have to kind of keep that in mind, so I don't just like stop everything I'm doing and then go up to take care of her and she's asleep again, you know what I mean? Because that has happened before, on more than one occasion. That has happened before. Alright, so I went ahead and put up my Kottontale goals. from the beginning of my channel, you know, I had certain people ask me, like, oh, would you make, like, a goal to, like, to meet something else, like, you'll do this when you get X amount of subscribers and so on and so forth, and, I didn't have that thought. Like, literally, the goals were made for Kottontales. Like, some people think that because it says Kottontale goals, like, it's my goals, but it's actually your goals. Like, it's Kottontales, the Kottontales that tune in, their goals for me, because, you know, I had different people that are like, oh, I think you should do that, and, you know, they've been subscribed, stayed subscribed. It's fucking amazing. Like, my MVP VIPs, they're the fucking most moist individuals that you'll ever fucking meet. Like, the individuals who don't necessarily tune in all the time, but they make sure to stay active enough that they are still a VIP member. Like, them motherfuckers are amazing, yo. They're amazing. Those are the ones that I truly fucking appreciate. Ooh, that's gone. Alright. Folio is gone. So for the longest time we had the goal of once we reach 1,000 VIPs, and yes, I'm well aware that says 1,013. I had 13 VIPs for some reason when I first started my channel. I still don't know why. 13 people would subscribe to a channel that literally had nothing. But they did, and most of them stayed, which is phenomenal. I think only like maybe 2 or 3 of the original 13 have unsubscribed, which blows my mind. And that's why when I reach goals like 1,000, 2,000, so on and so forth, it's 1,013 or 2,013. Like, the very first one we reached was 113, and then at fucking 250 we did face cam, and then the next one after that was 420, or there was an in-between one that I can't remember, but then there was 420, which was for our first surprise, which I'm sure you've noticed there's another one that says surprise, the 3,140, or 3.140. That surprise, not so secret, surprises are giveaways. My first giveaway was at 420 VIPs. We gave away touch capacity gloves. That was fucking phenomenal. And that was forever ago. Like, the first 2 years of my channel were like, whoa. And it's for lots of different reasons that I know why. But it's been lame that with the new regulations and such, I haven't been able to do my mobile meetings, because usually we have like Snapchat smoke session, things like that, and apparently I have to get to 1,000 VIPs now in order to be able to do our mobile content how we had previously done it, which is just bullshit. But, so, if you're just now tuning in, I am in fact standing up. I'm about to get my Kalisthenics with Kottontale on. So my title for this beautiful active series actually came from a command that I had created a long time ago, and that is stand up. Kalisthenics with Kottontale. So I have health problems, and stretching helps my physical ones. Stretching and staying active, really. And Klub Kottontale helps my mental, no shame at all. It's why I created Klub Kottontale, to help my mental. So when I decided that I wanted to have my active series, it only seemed right to, you know, gosh, it's so weird for me. I haven't ever done calisthenics with the camera flip like this, so it's like weirding me out. So hardcore. Because this is my right hand. But it's mirrored to where, you know, when I show things, you can read it. And that's good for makeup meetings and such, but super weird for me now, because I can show things that's what I love about this. But it's weirding me out, so if it weirds me out too hardcore, I might have to switch it. But anyways. So this is the beautiful PlayStation Pleasure Wand, aka the PlayStation Move. This is the way that I do all of my movement picker-uppers. So I don't have enough room in my living room for my camera to pick up the body enough to correctly keep me in things like the world dance floor. That's probably the one thing that pisses me off the most, is that I'll be in the world dance floor previously before I had this, and it would boot me, even though I'm fucking moving, it would boot me, and it was just bullshit. Just bullshit. Alright, so, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and today is Tuesday, so good motherfucking morning, and welcome to Club Kottontale. It's currently just after 8:30 a.m., and we're going to get into the warm-up. I always do the choice of warm-up. After that, it's Club Kottontale's choice. Obviously, I'm part of Club Kottontale, so I'll choose. But I would love if Little Fluffy Cocktails chose for me. Sometimes I can get kind of indecisive. Good morning to you, CG. Thank you for your opinion and for sharing the content as always. Always appreciated. Mwah. Thank you. Alright, I'm feeling... What are we feeling? Because I usually... This is a really good warm-up. Calypso. I'm Still Standing is a good warm-up. Feeling like a little kid, I'm still standing. Ooh, this is a good one for a warm-up too. Fuck, okay. Ooh, we need to tighten our Fitbit. Because if I can put a finger through there, that is definitely too loose. As soon as I start sweating, it's not too loose for everyday wear, but they say to tighten it when you're getting ready to actually do a fitness routine or activity, because you're in a sweat and it's going to move and you want it to pick up your heart rate. At least I do. That's the whole point that I got it. Good. Currently at 107, which for that... They say that when you're over 100, you're already in a fat burning zone, but for me, I think that my heart just kind of naturally beats heavily, sometimes because of my anxiety. So I don't doubt that it's definitely burning some random lbs, but I prefer for it to be above 130 but below 160, so that nice little zone right there. And that is my target zone of where I want to keep it after I do my warm-up. Let's see. Shake it. Okay, no, we're not going to go into the unlimited songs. For it, it's in between Me. I do love Calypso. But it's between these two. Yep, it's gonna be this one. I do like Me, especially the arm movement. I really live for that. But, hey, maybe, I guess, I could always choose it. So, but definitely if another Little Fluffy Kottontale chooses the song, their song choice is gonna be precedence over what I choose, you know what I mean? Like, I'll eventually want to do what I choose. That's happened before. Like, I wanted to do one song, the person was like, nah, I don't really want to listen to that. I'm like, okay. Whoa, my boobs are looking, holy shit. I just found the, ooh, all boob pic should be done at that angle. Holy shit, okay. I'm done admiring my own cleavage. Okay. Oh, it's so weird for me with the camera. I'm gonna have to fix that. Good for fucking makeup meetings. Not good for this. It's only good because then you can like read shit. Like this is what's on my knee. My Dragon Balm. For 21 plus. Can't really say 21 because the fucking shit is like bright as fuck, but my mustache. You a question, but I'll shave it for later. We're sitting at a fucking 136, 138 when you keep that heart rate up. So, because we only have the pleasure box, is why I let that thing play. That little video. Fuck me, I was so thirsty. So, I don't like that it cuts my bun off, but I enjoy being able to see more of my movements, especially because since we're about 3 months into the fitness journey now, 43 pounds down and feel fucking great, clothes fitting better, fucking joints feeling better, and I'm got a lot of my flexibility back. I've gotten a lot of like my range of motion back, so I'm able to do more. Like usually when I do that arm bit, I have to I bend myself into kind of like a squat, so I do the movement, but I don't lift my leg, because usually it's it's no good, because essentially like it's so weird because this is reversed. But anyways, this is in my right hand, so my right leg is going up in the video. That means that all my weight is on my bad leg. What? And I still feel great. I do. Huge portion is because of this fucking the balmy balm. The balmy balm. Well, since no one chose one, I was secretly hoping no one would choose a song so I could do this one. So thank you. But seriously, during this song, I recommend like Googling it. At least that's what Justin did. Seems smart, but there's like 400 plus songs when you have unlimited the way I do. So feel free to choose a song. If you don't want to look it up, because I understand that too, put down a song. We'll look and see. We'll learn together if it exists within the unlimited realm. I know that there's a lot of disco. They have, I believe, all the ABBA. They have a lot of ABBA. Like, we might just do an ABBA day, because I love ABBA. No shame at all. But yeah, welcome to Kalisthenics with Kottontale. I don't take breaks in between songs because it's about keeping my heart rate up. not necessarily about chatting with people, but I do the chatting because obviously that's what a live meeting's about, at the beginning and the end. Yeehaw indeed. Now I want to play Red Dead. Like really bad. Oh shit. Like really bad. Oh man. Fucking yeehaw and planting. It planted a seed. Ooh, whoa. Don't want to know the distance. What? No. No way. Okay. Ooh, Fitbit, you are not picking it up because I feel like I'm mildly gonna die. So that means my heart rate is definitely like 150, 155 or higher. It says 102 my ass. I'd love to be able to do that much fucking movement and have my heart rate stay that low. Alright. Time to wipe it and reposition it. So if you just happen to be tuning in, obviously, I produce my content however fucking way I can, so we have this box. I call it the pleasure box, and it's why I let that thing play, our little pleasurable video for you. And the reason they're pleasurable is because the pleasure wand is what brings it to you. No one can tell me that this doesn't look like a goddamn Hitachi pleasure wand. So, that is our PlayStation pleasure wand, and it does good. I seriously highly recommend the PlayStation Move, all jokes aside. The PlayStation Move, like if you like to do sweat mode, like I do, and you find that you don't have enough room, like my fucking couch is very close to me, so you don't have enough room for your camera, I recommend getting the Move. And I got mine fucking discounted. It was fucking used